unboxing video. I'm using this to open the boxes from a CD drive. It doesn't work still, so I have to sort some parts for it. The thing that makes the drive spin, the disc spin, doesn't work anymore. I think that motor's completely gone, or somehow there's a connection issue with it. There's a box with another box. Heck nuts, I hate those things. There's another box. So it's a box within a box. Hopefully there's not even another box in it. Look at America's Funniest Home Videos. One person box. I had another box, I had another box, I had another box, I had another box. And the guy right behind here was down on one knee. She turned around and she was surprised to see it. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Okay, so here are the cables that came with it. This is for the Sony CDU31A CD-ROM drive. And over here is the cable for the joystick and MIDI. Use the D-Sub 15 connector. Now, time for the brains of the operation. I only paid like nearly $80 for it, plus the $10 shipping and handling. And oh, and CL6. Almost forgot that. Michigan CL6 to be exact. I'm just trying to figure out how to open this dang thing. Nothing made about these envelopes. Oh. Alright, and here's the brains of the operation. Here's a sound card. Plus I put an anti-sag back with anti-sag foam around it. So that way you won't accidentally kill the card. Touch the grounding plate, because the grounding plate itself is just like the grounding plate. Alright, so here's the sound card. Okay, you see over here, this is the Yamaha YMZ 263F. Over here you have the YMF 262M. And then over here is the Sony CD-ROM controller right here. Basically, essentially the same as the floppy drive per se. Over here you have the ROM itself. I'm not sure how big it is. Then you have this chip right here. I believe that's the processor for the whole thing itself. The only thing I see are just copyright 1992 to 1983, and then JDF Sound Media 001 FCC ID, which is right underneath this. Come on, focus. There we go. Right underneath the clock crystal. There isn't any other markings on here. But when I was looking up the FCC ID, it turns out this is Sound Media, to the max Sound Media sound card. Over here you have the old-fashioned volume thumb wheel. Sorry, finger wheel. And one of them is line out. Okay, so this is line out right here. This is line in. Yep, line in. This is the mic. And over here you have the D sub 15, not to be confused with the VGA port on the computer. This is actually the MIDI slash joystick port, which is really weird to see something like that. You have like a bunch of jumpers here. This expansion connection, that's not used. I think they had some sort of expansion cards they could put on here. And you have some jumper blocks right here. This one controls the IRQ and DMA and stuff like that. And then you have these ones right here for everything. Fortunately, I found a copy of the manual online, including the drivers. This card looks to be in immaculate shape. I'm not seeing any scoring or anything like that. The card looks like it's brand new. Here there was lightly used at one point in time, but I'd say I got a pretty good bargain off of this card. Unfortunately, there aren't any drivers, diskettes, or manuals for it. But like I said, I did find it online thanks to Cycle and 3D on Volgons for the drivers. So what am I going to do with the sound card? Well, for starters, I'm going to go back up this ROM here and install it into my Wise 286 computer. So I'll be able to have a sound card inside of it, because unfortunately there isn't one installed. But it's going to be a really cool card to have inside the computer. Like I said, everything looks to be in tip-top shape except this ROM chip here does not have a sticker on here. Must have fallen off at one point in time. But when I was looking at it, actually there is a little bit. A little scuff on there. But it's no big deal. The rest of the card actually looks to be in pretty good shape, which is pretty surprising. Now there's a DMA one right here. I think this is the DMA for the CD drive, so I'm going to leave this one set to open, because otherwise it'll interfere with the floppy controller that's installed. That's the one thing about the Sony CD-ROM controller cards. Although they do use a 34-pin connector, they do use the same DMA as the floppy drives if you have it set to DMA2. So in case you get a sound card that has the Sony CD-ROM drive, I advise you to change it to either a different DMA or set it to reserved or something like that. Or intentionally blank. Because they'll interfere with the floppy controller's DMA, which is using DMA2, IRQ6. And make sure you have the IRQ set to, I'd say another, I'm not sure if they use IRQ6 for the CD-ROM, I will be honest with you, but I have to look at the manual again because that's on my phone, so I can get those drivers on there. I'm gonna go copy it all to my laptop and then copy onto the 64 megabyte compact flash card I have in the system, and go from there. And then do some tests to see how it performs. Other than its usual immaculate, other than just the card and the cable itself. Um, I'd say I got a pretty good bargain after this because the Alloy Gold 1000 is actually worth more than what I make in a week. I'm sorry, 2 weeks. I don't know, a month actually. And I'd say $80 plus shipping and handling and taxes. I'd say that's actually a pretty good bargain. It was like $90 or something like that, but no manuals or floppy diskettes. But I did find the copy of the manual as well as the drivers itself. Thanks to a fellow Volgon member for putting me to the right direction and for providing those. So anyway, I'm gonna be setting this aside for now. I'll be back at around 2:30 a.m. ish, depending upon what time I get off of work, because sometimes it gets a little busy, especially with all this going around right now. In case of something malfunctions. So anyway, till next time.